What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Dr.DDub here, and welcome back to what I am just now realizing is our last episode here on Withering Woods. I hope you guys are excited for it. I know this park's theme hasn't been the most overwhelming theme. I prefaced it in the very beginning of this park that it wasn't going to be the greatest theme that I will ever do. But between last episode and this, I've done a few things. I went ahead and assigned some more handymen to this park that have free reign to go wherever they want. I repaired some of the vandalism in this park, and I also sat down for a little bit and brainstormed some park themes that I can do moving forwards. I don't know which parks I can do them on, because some are obviously more conducive to some themes than others. I couldn't do an Egyptian desert-style theme on this park, for example. But besides that, I am kind of re-inspired for this game. It takes a lot out of you creatively to play this game, coming up with all the names, all the rides, all that kind of stuff. But I have spent a little time thinking, and I have reinvigorated my creative juices. They are flowing once more. I also went through and adjusted some prices on some rides. You can see here for Faded Falls, we left it without test results, but we have an excitement rating of 5.47, which is actually very good. So I've upped the price to 5.4, and I dropped the price on a few of our other rides. Crumbly Carousel, our car ride over here, Crummy Critters, they weren't doing so hot, so I went ahead and cut the price, and now people are riding them again. Same with our not so exciting rundown racers. It's $128. I was originally charging $4.50. Now I'm charging $3, and people are riding it once more. And I'm seeing vomit in a line, which I don't like. I don't know why that's the case. Guests never throw up in lines. Well, clearly that's wrong because there's throw up right there. But anyway, in this episode, we are going to do it big. I want to spend all of my money, which is as much as I can possibly have right now, 16.5 grand. And we're making money at a pretty good pace, so I'm not too worried about not having the money to do what I want to do. And that is going to be to build a giant park-wide spanning coaster that just takes up a lot of space. And it's I don't want it to be dense in any area. I want it to be very, very sprawling and just kind of all over the place. I think it could look really cool for what I have in mind. And I'm seeing this spot right here, and that would look good if it wasn't right next to an observation tower. If you haven't seen yet, I'm building a woe belly real quick, because I feel like this park would do well with one of these in it. I think it would be a nice addition to our park. I think right down here is a perfect spot. There we go. We'll do it right here. I think that's enough trees. There we go. And let's actually not make this too tall, because I want to do this with the reverse drop mode, I think is what it's called. Something like that. And we'll do the entrance. We'll do the entrance on the side here. And then the exit right here, but the land's going to have to be adjusted a little bit, which is fine. All right, so exit can go right there, and then the walkway will just go right here. But guys, I am in a really good mood today. I just got done apartment hunting a little bit. My roommate and I are looking for a new apartment. And if you guys remember a long time ago, I did some spastic movement, and I told you guys to follow my mouse because there was an ant on my screen. We have had ants since day one in this apartment, and it's tiresome. It's frustrating. That and a couple other reasons, we are deciding to move. Our lease ends later this month, and we just found a place that I think we're going to be living at. We started filling out the application today, and some things didn't look quite like what we were told. So we're waiting to finish filling it out until we get that fixed, but I'm pretty sure that's where we're going to be going. And it's only like 15 minutes away from where we currently live, so it's not a huge change, but it's we live in like a suburban area right now. The area we're planning on moving to is much more kind of young professionals area. There's a lot of young professionals that live there, is what I mean by that. And it's also much closer, like cuts the drive time in half to a downtown area, downtown Dallas, actually. Which will be pretty cool and will enable us young folk to have a lot more fun and just kind of live our lives a little bit more, which I'm really excited for. It'll be just as much of a relocation in home as it is relocation and kind of change in lifestyle, which I think will be pretty neat. All right, so that's cool. If you guys didn't see how that works, it raises itself to the top and then drops, jumps back up about halfway, and then comes back down to the bottom. And look how easy that was to do. That is way more intense than I think it should be, but whatever. 430 for that simple thing. Perfect. 430, there we go. And then I want to name this... their feet are dangling on this, which I mentioned that on the chairlift, but that doesn't really work so well with a kind of feet dangly kind of ride. Is this way too expensive? No, but there's just no line for it. All right, sorry for that. Let's name this Terrible Tower. Oh, I like it. Ooh, a bobsled? Oh, I don't know if I want to do... Oh, we're going to have some deciding to do here, guys. I don't know which I want to do. A bobsled or a suspended swinging coaster. Also, I added some music on this. Gentle style, I believe it was. Summer style. It sounds so beautiful. So peaceful and serene. I also changed it to leave with any load because we had a ton of boats just chilling here, so now we don't have that issue. Okay, coaster building time. What are we gonna do? We've got a bobsled and we've got the suspended. Part of me wants to do a bobsled just because it's less expensive, but part of me wants to do this because it would be epic. So with this, we're gonna go with suspended roller coaster. I think the bobsled would be a little bit too difficult to manage its momentum throughout our entire park. Where we have it now, I think it'll be a little bit more manageable. What is this looking like over here? If we did, we could do the entrance. Yeah, this is happening. This is where we're gonna start it. We're gonna start with the entrance right there, or at least the front of the station. Or maybe back one, because I need this to go up and over this. There we go. Okay, so that's... We're going to max out the station here. Well, no, we can't. That's going to have to be our station length there, because this is going to be in our way otherwise. Unless we make it go underground, which I really don't want to take the time to do, so we're not going to. We're going to leave it right there, and it's going to end coming from that direction, because it kind of has to. Okay, let me get the entrance and exit just kind of planned out here, just so we have them. We're actually going to do the entrance behind the exit. And I know that doesn't make much sense normally, but I think it will in this instance, and you'll see why here in a sec. So I'm going to run the entrance through all these trees, all the way down to the path down here. The exit, however, is going to line up on this upper level right here, which I didn't think it would make too much sense crossing the exit over. Oh man, can I see that tree? Can I? There we go. I didn't think it would make too much sense crossing it over top or underneath the entrance to get it to where I need it to go. I think that makes much more sense. And if I can find the mechanic for over here... is that him? Where is he at? He should be popping his head out. No, he's inspecting it. Let me grab you. No, come back here. I think he just... No, he's still inspecting it. Oh my goodness, this is difficult. There we go. Jeez. Wow, all that work and... Oh no, it's still necessary. He wasn't covering this. Okay, there we go. Let's start building this beast of a coaster with the 20 grand that we have. This is gonna be cool. All right, so I want this to kind of just go everywhere in our park. We're going to start probably going out the back, kind of loop around. It might be when we stick not just to the perimeter, we're going to be coming through the middle of our park too, but just to kind of try and fill some of the gaps. But I don't want this to be too dense in any one area. The most we're going to probably do is like a helix or two in one space. Because this is going to be crazy. Ooh, if I can go... Jeez, this is tall. If I can go around this, that will be awesome. Yeah, look at that. So cool. Okay, and then again, if you guys remember on this one, it's not one that we can bank the turns because the cars just swing out to either side. Oh, and also, thank you to, I believe her name is Sarah, if I'm correct. She is my first subscriber that isn't a friend or family, to my knowledge at least. So thank you very much and welcome. Very excited to have strangers. It's cool. I've never thought I would, but I do now, so it's pretty sweet. Okay, let's get this started with a helix. Oh, I forget these are a lot steeper than normal, and they're only quarter pieces. In other words, all the other helices we do are usually, they span 180 degrees. These are only 90-degree helices. Let's actually go up on this. I think that would be the smarter thing to do, seeing as how we came from, what, 31? Yeah, probably going to be the best bet. And we've already spent $5 grand, and we've gone nowhere. This might not be the best idea I've ever had, but you know what? I don't care. We are going out with a bang. One thing that might make this ride a lot cheaper is keeping it down closer to the ground. We're not going to be able to do that a ton. We've already dropped 16 since the beginning. But what if I just make this like a straight shot for a little bit, just to kind of use that speed? I think that would actually be really cool on a coaster. Just doing a huge drop and then just flying forwards for a bit. I think that would be pretty sweet. And let's try to go... Actually, probably going up here is going to be better to clear all this stuff. Let's do that. We'll go up and turn twice. We don't own the land. Twice. There we go. So again, we came from 31 to start with. I think this will be okay. This is going to be such a cool ride when it's all done. I'm really excited for this. Inverted roller coaster. Dang it. That's the one I was hoping I would get so we could build it. Oh well. We get what we got. What is it? You get what you get and you don't throw a fit? Is that a saying that people say? I think it is. We got what we got and we won't throw a fought. Yeah, that. All right, we're going back up here to, I don't know what, 25 maybe? Sure, looks good to me. All right, what areas do we need to kind of fill in? Right now we're just in the perimeter of our park. I don't know if we're gonna have the money to do it all throughout our park. We might take up like this back half or something, because this front half is actually pretty busy. Cool, change of plans. We're not gonna probably go much past the car ride here in the middle. Just kind of this dividing line right about here is kind of the space we're gonna work with. Because I always forget how expensive these things are. It is nuts. So we'll go down here and we'll come across kind of back into the middle of our park. And let's get some height back in here. I don't know if this is going to work at all. This might need a lot of tweaking to get it to work. Guess 6230 is lost. We only have one info kiosk, don't we? Do we really only have one? Where would it be? It's called Crumbly Information, right? We have one info kiosk. Oh, well, you know what? We're in September of year 3. We have 2 months left. People are complaining. I don't care. We are going to put all of our attention on this ride and they can just deal with the mess that is this park. This is one area that I'd like to make it do a little bit of kind of doubling back on itself, I guess. So I'd like this to, if we can clear this at 23, we probably won't be able to. We'll have to drop it down, which is fine with me. There we go. Oh, that's actually really cool. If I can... Yeah, that's tight. All right, and then this is probably going to run into that. Yeah. So we will continue lowering it here. Merry-go-round in the way. I thought I was one to the right of that. Am I not? No, I'm not. Can I go one further and then do the helix down? Of course I can. Perfect. Oh, and then we need to continue going down like we were doing. Ooh, okay, sweet. But guys, I had something I wanted to talk to you about. I have realized that I am absolutely loving uploading and recording and the whole YouTube thing. It has made playing this game, which I had a blast doing as a kid, and I'm still having a blast doing, it's made it that much more fun. It adds a whole nother element of, like, I can't just sit down and, you know, like, screw around in my park. I've got to come up with an idea that works, looks good, and put more or less coherent thoughts together. I don't always do that, I'm well aware. I'm trying to get this to where it doesn't look awful right over top our go-karts here. With all the supports that are just lacking. So if I can bring this out... Jeez. Oh, you know what? If we do this, that'll help a lot. There we go. Okay, problem solved. But yeah, I am loving this, and when we move to our new apartment, right now the desk I have it's awful. It's so small. It's enough space for my laptop with about like 6 inches of space in front of it before the edge of my desk. And then I've got a room for like a notepad on the left, and then my mouse pad and a coaster on the right. Okay, this is getting annoying. Guests, have an info kiosk and be quiet. Stop getting lost. I don't know where our only info kiosk is, but we'll add one at the end here. And then we'll add another one. I don't even know what color umbrellas we were doing, but I know these are red. We'll do this one up here at the front. Cool. Stop complaining. Okay. Anyway, first thing I do when I move in is to take measurements, and I want to get a better desk. It's going to make recording so much easier, so much more fun, so much more enjoyable. It's just going to be that much better, and hopefully I can make better videos for you guys because of it. We're probably going to be running low on speed here, so let's add another chain lift in. That's right, we're doing another chain lift, and we're already... Oh, not what I wanted to do. We're already here. So this is looking sick so far, but we are far from done. We still have another 10 grand to spend, and another at least month and 6-7 days to do it. So let's do it. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get an idea of where this is going to go first before I resume story time. But yeah, I've actually been playing around with the idea of actually doing some other games on this channel as well. I don't want to just stick with RollerCoaster Tycoon. I started with it because it was something I'd mentioned it in, I believe, like episode 1, how I got started with this series. I found the RollerCoaster Tycoon mobile game, and it kind of reinvigorated my love for this game. And now that I've played so much of it, I'm going to continue playing it, don't you worry. I'm going to continue for a while, at least that's my plan. Oh, this is going to be so cool. But yeah, I'm playing around with the idea of a couple other games that I think would be very enjoyable. I am definitely much more of a casual gamer. I play a lot of games, and I play them often. That's not what I mean by casual, is that I just pick it up for an hour here or there. But I play games, like I mentioned a while ago, I was pumped for a game called Destiny. It's a first-person shooter, MMO style RPG. I don't really know. It's a kind of a breed of its own. But I definitely enjoy my RollerCoaster Tycoon games. When I was a kid, I played like Croc, and one of my favorite games as a kid was Harvest Moon, which is a farming simulator. If any of you have ever played stuff like Farmville or Stardew Valley, which is actually a game I'm considering doing, I love those kind of casual games. They're kind of games you want to just, that I personally love to just like sit down with when it's a rainy day outside or something. They're fun to play and they're relaxing, and you know, when I'm doing a first-person shooter which I'm not very good at, I'm aware of that. I like them, but I'm not great at them. I can only play it for so long before I just get frustrated and just annoyed by how much I'm dying all the time. It's kind of annoying. But with games like this, I don't like lose, really. I mean, I might fail an objective. I really hope I don't. That's going to be right in the way, isn't it? Yeah. I really hope I don't, but, you know, I might. And that's not going to be nearly as frustrating as if I were to, you know, just play PvP in some game over and over and just lose a ton. Not a fan of that. But in this, I'm going to the wrong end of this. No, I'm not. I already have that piece of track there. Okay, I thought I already connected up to this end, and then thought I needed to connect to this end, and saw track at both ends, and got very confused. Oh, man. That's my life. Okay, so we started at 15. We need to get back to that. So let's try to head there soon-ish. Not quite yet, because we still have money in our pocket, which means we can't end. That's not okay. Let's see if we can do Helix down around this. Would that be cool? Oh, it totally would be. It's not going to work, but it would be cool, right? What if I do this instead? What am I doing? I'm not sure. Okay, so we need to get a little bit of speed back here. And let's actually go over top this if I can. Probably won't be able to. Nope, I'm running right into it. That's so deceiving. Doesn't that look like it's going right over it? I could be crazy, but no, it runs right into it. So deceiving, game. So deceiving. Okay, we need to get down to 15. We're probably going to have to go over this, though. So we'll drop down to 18 here. And we're going to run out of money here soon, so I need to get rid of that tree and see if we can make our way back. I don't know what clearance I need. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we'll drop down to 17. Do this, and if I can do... Ooh, if I lined up perfectly here, I might not have, but this will be a nice way to finish. Helix down. Oh, is that perfect? No, it's off by 1. Dang it. Okay, so simple fix. I just back off this piece by 1. I think that works. And then we do the 2 helices down. I just did the same thing. There we go. And now we'll have to drop it again to get it down to 17 because the 2 helices will only drop us by 2. And we need to go a little bit further, it looks like. All right. And helix 1, helix 2. And we are connected up. Oh, man, that is cool. Look at that thing. Oh, that is nuts. That is crazy. And that really filled out our park quite well. This wood chipped takes up quite a bit in the front. Our little creaky coal miner takes up the back portion there. I'm forgetting all the names. Lethargic Looper, which is still doing amazing, is taking up this back portion, and wow, it's making people puke a lot. No wonder people are complaining about the disgusting state of my park. Ooh, wee. I think we have one handyman over there. He's just very busy with something. Let's grab one of these guys and have him fix that. Oh, but I'm getting so distracted here. Okay. We already added our entrance and exit, so we don't have to worry about that, which is nice. I like having that built beforehand so I can just paint it and name it and go. But look at this. What are our options? I don't think I want to do the airplane cars. I don't know. It looks less intimidating as far as rides go. What are we at here? 23rd of October. All right. So right now, it only allows us to do one train. That is crazy. Can we do 6 and get 2? We're going to have to. Okay. This, I want to be black and black. Actually, what does red look like? Red looks sick. Let's try that more muted red because this is still Withering Woods. We can't have those bright, vibrant colors here. And let's try the red supports as well. Oh, yeah. Now that looks cool. Oh, yeah. Those supports add a lot. I like it. They add to the chaos, but I like it. Okay, and then the trains will also be that same red. No, let's do black and red instead of red and black. Yeah, I like that. Actually, let's make this a little brighter. Yeah, that'll look nice. I like that. Okay. And for our name for RollerCoaster 1, it's my favorite old word, if that's a thing. Dilapidated. I'm pretty sure that's right. Dilapidated. What do we want to name this? Dilapidated something. Dilapidated G. For this sheer amount of G-force. Actually, we'll name it Dilapidated G-force. I like that. Took me a sec to come up with. Oh, perfect. Withering Woods is complete. Just barely too, sort of. We have completed Withering Woods, where our objective was to have at least 1,200 guests in our park at the end of October Year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. And we did that. No problem. Look at that, guys. I spelt my own name right. Aren't you proud of me? All right, we had a park rating of not very great, still good in the grand scheme of things. 347 more than we needed. And a guest count of about 1,400, so 200 more than necessary. And that is just in time to give Dilapidated G-Force a test to see how many G's it can actually force out. Pardon the puns. Let's see how this thing is. gosh, that was cool. Oh, I'm happy with how that came out. If you guys noticed at all in that, hopefully you didn't because I edited it well, but you might have noticed a little bit of change. This helix right here, it actually didn't make it up originally. So I actually removed this last helices, or this last helix right here, made it a wide turn, which leaves it one tile lower than it was, and then I added a chain lift on the increase and then on the leveling out right here to get it up that one more tile before it dropped down. I am worried about this thing being a little bit too intense right here. Right where it goes up that at a really fast speed. I probably shouldn't have done that. This is probably a extreme or ultra extreme rating. Wee. Oh, that is insane. Extremely insane. That is just disgustingly nauseating. Oh man, is anyone gonna ride that? If I make it free, will anyone ride that? I don't think so. Let me get rid of this tree just so I can see people. What are they saying about it? Let me watch someone. This guy already looks like he's gonna puke. Of course he's not gonna ride it. No, it's just too extreme for him. What about you? What are people saying? I don't know if you can ever ride this too nauseating. Yeah, you can. Just looking at it makes me feel sick. Okay. Not the greatest build to end our not the greatest park. How fitting. That was fun to build, and I thought it looked pretty awesome. But our guests, they might disagree with me slightly. But okay, guys, that's going to do it for Dilapidated G-Force. That is going to do it for Dilapidated G-Force, but that's also going to do it for Withering Woods. Thank you guys for joining me on this very old park. This is actually a very challenging park. I wish I had come up with a better theme in hindsight, but they will be better from here on out. Or at least that is something I'm going to try harder with. But also, I started this right after I got back from vacation, didn't really have time to think about it too much. So yeah, that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. But okay guys, let's get out of here. Let's go to something new, something fresh, something young, something that isn't this park. That is it. Say goodbye to Withering Woods and say hello to Lightning Peaks. The beautiful mountains of Lightning Peaks are popular with walkers and sightseers. Use the available land to attract a new thrill-seeking clientele. That's kind of cool. It's like a hiking trail. Oh, this already looks really cool. Yeah, our objective is to have at least 900 guests in our park at the end of October year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. If I had $1 for every time I've read the second 2/3 of this sentence, I would be a wealthy man. All right, Lightning Peaks. This actually, just from this entrance alone, looks pretty cool. It reminds me of like a ski lift. What is this called? Chairlift 1. Pretty sweet. Is this our entire park? Okay, no, it opens up a little bit. I was going to say, that would be challenging. It opens up quite a bit. Oh, this is so cool, though. It's got 2 chairlifts. That's really neat. Chairlift 1 and Chairlift 2. This is going to be a cool park. Not easy to do because of all the mountains. Ooh, but this will be fun. This is going to be cool. I have a feeling we can try and do some of our gentle rides on this hill. Maybe even do a couple. I don't know how I can get them there, but underground with the lines coming out, that would be cool. How I can do that, I'm not sure. So that might not be happening. But this just looks really cool. Oh, and this is sweet. The highest point of each mountain, it looks like, has one of these little monuments. And if any of you have ever climbed a mountain before, sometimes there is a plaque at the highest part of the mountain. indicating, you know, it tells you that, one, you've made it to the summit of the mountain, and two, it'll tell you the elevation you're at, which is pretty cool. That's a really neat idea. Not something I would have thought of, so good on you, game. But okay, guys, I don't know what theme we're going to do on this one yet. I will find out, or I will come up with one before next episode, or at least I'll consult my list and decide upon one. But this is going to be a fun park. I can already tell. It's going to be very challenging, but you guys know me. I like a challenge. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode, though. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, as always, take care.